In the last video I mentioned a budget project I'm going to be working on just to kind of hold me over until I can look into getting a Xbox One X or PS4 to do. I'll show you that now. It's a 360 Slim. Here it is over here. Got this for like 40 bucks, and this is actually empty shell because I got I think it's by Ghost Case, clear case. It's one of the few systems they still sell these for. And came with the power cord, HDMI, all that stuff. It's got a 250 gigabyte hard drive, a removable hard drive. And I'll kind of go over some of the basics on the case here. Okay, so what we got, obviously the two side panels, comes with the faceplate, the top and bottom grills, the DVD cover, the back bezel over the HDMI port and USB ports, all that. It did come with two little LED strips that are connected to the DVD power cord. It comes with a whole new power cord that you throw in there, and you can kind of put the LEDs where you want to. I just kind of threw them in there for now, but I will be replacing them with these UV tubes here, if I can get those to fit in there somehow, or I'll just find some other UV lights to put in there. It also comes with the fan cover. This is obviously the original one, and it just comes with a clear one. Now, obviously anyone who's done modded 360s with a window or clear case or anything, you kind of see the top of the DVD drive, which is kind of ugly looking. That's why I've always either put some sort of sticker or picture or something over it, or just painted the top of it. And I came across these here. These are just a few dollars, and I knew when I bought them they were made for the original 360, and it said they don't fit the Slim. I did read a review where a guy was able to get it to fit on there, so I got them anyway. What you do is you take this apart, remove the top metal piece. This center comes off, so you take the top magnet, place it in there, clip this back on over it, holds it in place. And I actually used this one. They're both slightly different. It came with both of them. I cut the little slits on there so this could clip on the sides, and I sort of got it to work, but obviously the way the insides of the original 360 and the Slim is much different, a lot tighter space, and these clips on the side here stick out pretty far, and you wouldn't be able to get it to fit in there unless you cut off a good amount of each side on there, which I might still be able to get it to work, but I think I might just leave it how it is and probably just paint the cover on there. Alright, I'll go ahead and plug it in, turn it on real quick so you can see it. I've always wanted to do a system with a clear case. They're sometimes kind of hard to find, and when they first came out they were pretty expensive, but go ahead, turn it on there. You can see the lights. As you can also see, I have a blue ring of light on here. Go ahead, turn it off. Obviously it didn't come with that. I bought this board here. You can just a couple screws, comes off, put the blue one on there so that it's all blue matching. One thing you have to do with this case, there's a very good video I can link in the description on someone showing you how to put this case on, but if you've ever done one of these cases or taken one of these apart before, it's relatively simple. There are a few modifications. Obviously this case doesn't fit perfectly. For example, it doesn't come with this. Power button is obviously attached to the faceplate, so you had to kind of peel off this black piece and then slowly remove the ribbon cable, which is just kind of glued on there. peel it off slowly, place it onto the new clear case. I did have to slightly drill these out, these holes here, to fit around the pegs on the clear case. It does come with screws, but mine was really snug, so I didn't bother with the screws to hold it on. You also have to remove the rubber feet on the bottom and on the side of the case. There's 4 of them. You can just get a little knife and slowly peel them off, stick them onto the new case. Now there's 3 pieces to both ends. There's this vent piece, the actual ring around it, and then that little black plastic piece in the middle. You don't have to use those middle pieces. I decided to on the bottom. Seemed to hold it in a little better. I didn't bother with it on the top. And the hard drive cover comes off nicely. You kind of have to mess with it a little bit to get it back on correctly. Won't try to do it with one hand, it's too difficult. Otherwise, everything fits pretty nicely. I've also got a, go ahead and pull this out, for the hard drive here. I did get a new case for the hard drive. It's a clear blue, and from what I've noticed, this is basically just glued together. You have to kind of slowly peel it apart, take the actual hard drive out, put it into the new case, and I think that'll look a lot better. Alright, and the overall goal of this project, I wanted to water cool it. Like I said, I've always wanted a clear case, and so you'll be able to see all of the components. I have these extra water cooling parts I've had for a while. I've used this pump in many projects, so I already have this. I have a reservoir, a radiator. I just cut in some more tubing, some hose clamps, this green UV fluid, which I can show it in the blue light in a minute. I'm kind of doing a RGB type of color scheme. That's why I wanted, this will be see-through, and when it sits on the case, if there's UV lights inside the Xbox, it'll shine through the whole thing. Same with the ends here. This is a acrylic on this radiator here, so you can actually see the fluid go through. And this is nice, act as either a fill port or drain plug there. And so here's the green fluid. This obviously isn't UV lights, but almost acts. These blue lights almost act like UV, and you can see how it'll glow pretty nicely. Yeah, so that's basically it. I'm going to be using a clear fan to go on top of this area. All my builds I like to have, even though there's going to be a water block in there, I still like to have the fan and radiator on top so it's still blowing air on the surrounding chips. So I'm going to have a clear fan that lights up red, plus it looks cool through the copper radiator. I've got the blue lights here, blue lights inside here. I'll have UV ones so you can see the fluid, clear tubing. The fluid's obviously green, so you'll see that through all the tubes and everything. And then I'll also have the fittings will probably be red fittings, so it's got a little green, little blue, a little red. And that is basically it for this video. Anyone has any questions about the case, anything about the Xbox or project, or any other questions about the 1S or future projects, anything like that, please leave a comment. And thank you guys for watching. Feel free to subscribe, check out my other videos, other projects, and please like this video. Thank you.